a few interesting things to introduce Enhanced TV for us and take us through the website. Georgia will then take over and tell us more about Screenrights licensing requirements that schools need to be aware of. Sean has been an ESL teacher, and he's worked in education for the past 6 years, both in Australia and Singapore. He now works in marketing and communications at Enhanced TV. Georgia is in licensing at Screenrights, and she trained as a copyright lawyer and also worked at the Australian Copyright Council for 4 years. So welcome, Sean and Georgia. Over to you.
Thanks very much, Aparna. I think we'll get this show on the road and jump on through. But as Aparna's sort of outlined, we're going to go through, first of all, Enhanced TV Direct, and then after that, look at the licenses a school would need to be able to use a service like this. So I'm just going to jump into it and take over, see if this is working. Terrific. Okay. So first of all, who are we? Enhanced TV is the company that offers this product, Enhanced TV Direct. So I'll tell you a little bit more about Enhanced TV Direct in a moment. First of all, Enhanced TV as a company. Now, Enhanced TV is a not-for-profit educational resource centre that exists to supply broadcast film and television to Australian education institutions. For the past 25 years, Enhanced TV has been involved in bringing together Australian filmmakers and educators. Enhanced TV started out supplying VHS tapes, then DVDs, digital downloads, and has now moved on to online streaming, which is what Enhanced TV Direct is. Sorry, just trying to click through. So what is Enhanced TV Direct? Enhanced TV Direct is a cloud-based streaming service for Australian schools. The service has a catalogue of over 23,000 programs and 1,400 study guides. The study guides are produced by Australian teachers of media. All programs available on the website have been recorded directly from free-to-air television and Foxtel channels, and about 100 hours of content is added each week. Now, the best way to get a good idea of Enhanced TV Direct is actually to have a look at the service itself. So I'm going to take you on a little guided tour of the service. So Aparna, if you could take us over to the Enhanced TV Direct website, that would be fantastic.
Sure.
Thank you very much. So what we've got here is the Enhanced TV Direct homepage. Now, this homepage displays content that is either newly added to the site or relevant to a certain topic or, I guess, a current affair or something like that that is happening at the moment. So what we're seeing here is the secondary homepage. There's two homepages. One is primary and the second is secondary. Secondary here, we can see that there is some programs that are just sort of relevant and newly added to the service. So we've got here a mathematics program, My Kid Could Paint That, and Between a Frock and a Hard Plate. In addition to simple programs that have been added to the service, we have over 650 feature films on the service at the moment. So here are some of them here. I'm not sure how good the quality is for you, if you can see the names there. But we've got things like Fargo, The Grand Budapest Hotel, all sorts of movies, over 650 in total. And then the two other boxes here on the left and right are things that we call themes or projects. And what this is materials that have been packaged together so that it's sort of relevant for a certain topic. So it could be clips, it could be entire programs, it could include notes, questions, study guides, all sorts of different things. So the one on the left is about the current Greece debt crisis. So there's lots of sort of a current affair programs that are relevant to that. And the one on the right is has to do with OCD and Anxiety Disorder Week, which is occurring next week. I'm just going to skip over to the primary homepage now. So as an ELICOS school or ESL teacher, you might have to look in both primary and secondary to find content that is relevant for your class, depending what sort of level you're teaching. So as you can see here, once the page is loaded, We've got another project or another theme up the top, which is Schools Tree Day, which occurs tomorrow. And then we've got some other primary-based programs. So for the purpose of teaching English, programs like Little Lunch, probably not so relevant. However, programs like Horrible Histories could be great in sort of, looking at certain historical events and using language that isn't so challenging for some students. Going down, we have programs like Telling Tales, Bushwhacked, and then again some feature films that are relevant for primary students. Now, what I'm going to do is take you on a quick little guided tour of how a teacher might use this service to sort of, I guess, bring some extra value to their classes. And of course, looking at this from an English teacher's perspective. So if I know what I'm looking for, if, for example, I have a class coming up on, let's say, something like the environment or climate change, I might come up to the general search here and search for something along the lines of climate change. Now, what I'm doing here is searching for a topic. On top of this, I can search for program titles, all sorts of different things, and it will display results that are relevant to my search. So as you can see here, the first thing that comes up is an ABC program, as it's displayed here, called Climate Change, the Evidence. So this is a documentary. In addition to that, we're given a little bit of extra information. This program here is closed captioned, which means it has subtitles, and it is rated G. I'm going to go ahead and click on this program, wait for it to load up. Okay, excellent. So the program loads up. It's a simple click and play player. In addition to that, we can add in closed captions by clicking on here, and that will bring up subtitles. I can make my program full screen. I'm given a little description about what the program is about and some other information that may be of relevance to teachers. Now, one of the beauties of Enhanced TV Direct is that I can share this material to other users of Enhanced TV Direct, be it students or teachers. And I can do that via these buttons at the bottom of any video. Now, the first one, the third one, and the fourth one are all social media. So, of course, you'll need an active account on those social medias to be able to use this sharing facility. By far, the most popular method of sharing material is the email. So if I click on email, it'll bring up a little box that gives me a URL that I can copy and paste into almost anything. So this could be to a school intranet system, to an email, to a Word document, almost anything. If a user of Enhanced TV Direct clicks on that link, they will be taken directly to this video. So that works for both teachers and students. In addition to that, if I set it up correctly, I can click on Send via email, and it will open up my default email client on my computer, so the program that you use most regularly on your computer, and paste the link in automatically. I'm just going to cancel from that. So that's the option to share a video there. On top of that, I can save the video. Saving a video basically makes this video easy to find in the future. It'll be saved into the MyClips folder, which is in the top menu here. And then I can also create a clip. So I'm going to go ahead and create a clip here. I'm just going to drag and drop this and say in here. So as you can see, I'm starting my clip at, it tells me here, 2 minutes and 45 seconds, if I read that correctly. And then I want to create my clip through to here. Of course, if I was doing this for actual purpose, I would be watching this clip and making sure it's good content. I'm just going to go ahead and save that as climate. Climate. So what I've done here is create a small clip. So as you can see, it comes out at about 7 minutes long. And I'm going to save this into the topic that I've already created called climate change. Quick save. And I will be displayed a message that tells me that this clip has been successfully saved into my folder, into MyClips folder. So this is a good resource as I can save this and then come back to it at a future date. So I could save this, I could look this up right now as planning for my lesson maybe next week or the week after, save this into MyClips, and then when I'm ready to show this either to students or to look at it again, I can come back and easily find it by clicking on MyClips. So I've just gone here into the MyClips folder, and as you can see, the clip I just created is sitting here waiting for me to look at it. What I'll have here on the left-hand side of the page is a series of topics, and these are topics that I have created myself. So I've created one topic called climate change and one topic called health. I'm going to click on climate change, and as you'll see, it'll bring up all the clips that have been put into the climate change folder. Now this is good because, as I said before, I can come back in the future and easily find these clips. The first one here that I just created then is a clip. The others, I've saved the video and it's been saved as a full video. So it's not a clip, it's a full video. The next thing I can do with these is I can actually package these clips together into a specific lesson plan. So I've clicked here on My Projects, and My Projects is where you build a lesson. I've created a couple here previously, as you can see. They're both intermediate level. One is intermediate health. I'm just going to click on that to show you what it looks like. It's a very small package, but as you can see, I've got some questions, and it's a Word document, and I have 3 videos. Again, this can be shared via social medias and via email to either students or teachers. So for the purpose of this exercise, I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to have a look at the climate change project that I just created. Once it opens, you'll see that in this one I have a few extra resources. I have 3 programs, and then I also have here a PDF. This PDF was actually some of our teachers' notes or our study guides that are available on the site. So I've uploaded that to it. What I'm going to do now is add the clip that we've just created by going to Add Clip. And you'll see that it comes up as the first option here. Again, I've got my options to look at my 2 folders, but this is what I'm looking for here. By simply clicking on it, it'll be added to my project. So as you can see, it's added down the bottom. Now, if this was a completed project, I could very easily send this to teachers and students via the email link here, and that would allow them to look at it. I could upload some questions that would sort of give students some work to do. It could be homework, it could be just part of your class if you have, for example, computer labs or laptops or iPads or anything along those lines. In addition, I can share this with other teachers at the school. So if you have a librarian who maybe builds a stockpile of resources, this would be a great way for them to share materials. Otherwise, just sharing with other teachers is another option. I'm going to go back up to the top menu here and click on resources here. And as I have been mentioning, we have currently available about 1,400 study guides. And these study guides are basically teachers' notes produced by Australian Teachers of Media. And they contain a description of the program. They contain some questions and activities that are already prepared. I won't go ahead and download one now, but you can have a look at that at a later date. It's basically a PDF document that has all this material there. Again, they are searchable here on the side by learning areas. Lastly, I just want to jump back to videos. So I haven't yet been to videos. I've searched from the homepage. I've shown you the homepage. I've had a look in my clips. I've had a look in my projects and now resources. I'm going to jump all the way back now to videos. Videos is where you can find all 23,000 videos that are available on the site. Now, what will come up here is latest programs, the most recently added programs to the service. And I can sort this by changing to the oldest and then also to alphabetical. On the left-hand side of the page, I have a series of learning areas. So these 19 learning areas here divide up the content. So for example, if I was looking at doing a class on climate change or something along those lines, it might be best for me to look in geography and nature or current affairs, as this is sort of a current affair issue. So I could look there for the most recently added programs, see if there's anything relevant. If not, I can again search from up here, search in the general search. I'm going to go back to the home page now. Once it loads, and go to secondary. And I just really want to quickly show you one of these, I guess, projects that we have created earlier. So as I was just doing then, I was creating a small project on climate change. We have created a project here and linked to it on our homepage, and it's the Greek debt crisis project. So as you can see up here, we've got a title and the date. Along here we have a series of programs. Most of them are current affair programs. Have a little description, and then we can share this. So on a regular basis, the staff here at Enhanced TV Direct will create projects that are relevant to, I guess, ongoing issues. It could be sort of an issue in the news, or it could be a certain time of year or week that's coming up. And this content will be updated on the homepage each week. So that's about it from the homepage. Aparna, if you could take us back to the slides, that would be fantastic.
No problem.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So just to sort of reiterate and add a couple of extra points about how Enhanced TV Direct is valuable in the classroom. So news and current affair programs are added within 48 hours of broadcast. So this goes from anything from, the project to nightly news, etc. It'll be added to the service within 48 hours. Generally speaking, it's added within 24 hours. So the most recently broadcast materials is available almost immediately, right away. So it's a great way of linking your lessons and topics with real-world examples. Just to reiterate, closed captions are also available. So that's a great resource for English teachers, at being able to put up the words on the screen. You can save and package programs into topics and lessons, as we have just done. You can create and save clips from programs, so you don't have to show the whole program. You can create a small clip. And you can share programs with other Enhanced TV Direct users, so that's teachers and students. So just jumping through to my last slide before I hand over to Georgia. When it loads. We're currently offering a special offer for member schools of English Australia. And basically the offer is, if your school is covered by a current Screenrights license, you're eligible for a 12-month free trial of Enhanced TV Direct. Now, if you do have a current Screenrights license, you can apply for this trial by going to enhancedtvdirect.com.au/direct and applying using the application form. If you don't have a current Screenrights license, you'll need to obviously get one to be able to trial this, and I'll hand over to Georgia for a little bit more information on that.
Hi, I'm just going to speak to you very briefly about a Screenrights license. And I've just tried to click through the next slide. Here we go.
It's coming up now.
But essentially, Australian copyright law says that if you want to copy TV and radio for teaching, you do need to be licensed to do that. It's fortunately a very, very simple process. So there are provisions in the Copyright Act that say that if you take out a license with Screenrights, the license then lets you copy whatever you like from TV and radio, whenever you like and wherever you like. So using services like Enhanced TV Direct, you do need to have a Screenrights license to do that. Sorry about this, I'm just waiting for the slide.
That's a bit more planned.
Okay, so just to go through what the Screenrights license lets you do. lets you copy any program, anytime, anywhere. So you can record anything from television, or you can use any of the services like Enhanced TV Direct. And the license lets you use pay television as well as free-to-air television. You can copy into any format, so you can copy into VHS, which I'm sure no one does anymore, DVD and hard drive, and you can use new technologies. We've been through Enhanced TV Direct. There's another one that some of you may be familiar with called ClickView, which is a similar service, and you can keep your copied material as an ongoing resource for future years. So it's important for teachers if you have a lesson that works. You can record a program, you can save it in a service like Enhanced TV Direct, and you can use it year after year for classes. You can also update it. I'm not sure what's happening with the slides here. You're allowed to copy any type of program. You can copy a short excerpt or the entire show, and you can make as many copies as you need. Now, how does the license actually work? So the license was set up under the Copyright Act because basically television and radio is material that's protected by copyright. And generally the law says that if material is protected by copyright, you need permission to use it. But the Act has these special exceptions for education, and one of the exceptions is the license that lets you copy from TV and radio. And the way it works is that you don't actually need to get permission from rights holders, but you're paying a fee for your license. And all the money that Screenrights collects goes back to the copyright owners after we've deducted our administrative overheads. So the money's going back to the producers, the writers, the music copyright owners. And that's what funds them to continue making further programs that educators use. If you don't have a Screenrights license, you can't copy from television and radio because you'd be running the risk of copyright infringement. And you also can't use a service like Enhanced TV Direct. So you do need to have a license if you want to make use of that service. But the good news is that once you do have a license, you're totally covered. And that's probably it from the Screenrights perspective. So both Sean and I are happy to take any questions if people have questions, or to go over anything if something isn't clear. Not sure why the slides seem to be scrolling through. Yeah.
I'm just changing the slides now to get back to the panel.
Right.
And I'm just going to see if we have any questions from the audience. Now, I had a question. Sean, while you were showing us around the website, the PDF and the Word documents that were created, how were they made?
They were simply made by me. So basically on my computer, I can, create some questions as a Word document. I can then upload that to Enhanced TV Direct using the same methods I did to add the clip. So once I go to a project, I can simply click on, it'll say add clip or add documents, which is the next option down. And if I click on add documents, it allows me to add whatever sort of document I would like to add.
Okay, okay. And anybody going in for the first time, not having seen this demonstration, would be able to do it?
That's correct. Also under the Help tab, there is a series of tutorial videos that will run through basically exactly what I've mentioned. In addition to that, there's a support from the Enhanced TV Direct team here, either via email or by giving us a call, and we're available basically business hours, Monday to Friday.
Fantastic. Are you able to tell us about the special deal you have for the English Australia members?
Certainly, yeah. So provided the school has a license or obtains a license, they can basically get a year's worth of subscription to Enhanced TV Direct for free. So we're calling it a free trial, but it is a free subscription for a year. So basically what would happen is we would set your school, so that could be both teachers and students if you so wished. We'd set them each up with accounts. which would allow you to basically do everything that I've demonstrated, as well as sharing materials to both your teachers and students. So if you do have a Screenrights license, you can sign up for that free trial on the website, which is enhancedtv.com.au/direct. And if you don't have a Screenrights license, you can get some more information about obtaining a Screenrights license by going to the website www.screenrights.org, or as you can see on the page there, emailing licensing@screenrights.org.
Okay, fantastic. Could you give us some indication of costs involved for schools to take up this offer?
Sure. The cost of a Screenrights license is $23.65 per full-time equivalent student. And the way in which that works out is if one full-time equivalent student is someone who's doing 40 full-time weeks at 20 hours a week. So if you've got a student who does a course that's, say, 20 full-time weeks, then they would count as half a student.
Right, okay. And so the license can be shared between students?
Yes, so basically what we do is we get your student numbers, so you let us know what your student numbers are, and we work out what that equals in terms of 40 full-time weeks at 20 hours a week per number of students. So if you had, say, 10 students that were doing 20 full-time weeks, then that would be equivalent to 5.
Okay, fantastic. On top of that, with our subscription to the Enhanced TV, how would that work in terms of cost after the first free year?
After the first year, the Enhanced TV subscription is $3. Sean knows.
Yeah, so there's two, basically, after the first free year. At the moment, there's currently two sort of tiers of subscription. One allows unrestricted student access, and that is priced at $3.65 per student per annum. And the second is at basically restricted access for students, by which they can only access material that is shared with them. So they don't have access to search the archive of 23,000 programs, but if you do send a program via a link to them, they can log on and watch it that way. And that is priced at $3 per student per annum. And we're looking at sort of reducing, I guess, the prices of Enhanced TV Direct. And this is something that will basically happen about this time next year.
Okay, great. Thank you for that information, Sean. I don't think we have any more questions coming at this stage, but would you be happy for me to forward any questions from our audience if they come by email?
Sure.
Absolutely. It's fine.
Thank you very much for your time, Georgia and Sean, today. I think the tour especially was really useful. And Georgia, thank you for highlighting how not having a Screenrights license can create a few problems for schools.
Sure.
Thank you very much, and I think that's the end of our session today.
Thanks, Aparna. Goodbye.
Thank you very much. Bye.